Okay. All right, let me get ready. Oh, man. All right.
Hey world, this is Jamie, host of the Jamie and Genty Show, broadcasting live each week on Tuesday at 12 p.m. from Fishbowl Studios. Log on to hear sports talk from basketball to football and view your feedback on the biggest sports news you want to talk about from around the world. So be sure to log on each week Tuesdays at 12 p.m. to catch the Jamie and Genty Show. Hope to see you soon
on Fishbowl Radio Network.
Jump in.
All right, guys. All right, world. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Jamie and Genty Show right here on Fishbowl Network. My name is Jamie. How's everyone doing today? Good? That's good. It's Tuesday again. All right. So I gave y'all a homework assignment last week. What was that assignment? I told y'all. I gave y'all 5 questions. I actually gave you 3, if you remember. Okay? I gave you 3 questions about Cowboys expectations for the 2022 season. Like, we know it's 27 years ago we won a championship. That's over. We're in 2022. We're trying to not go backwards. We're trying to go forward. So I want to give you some key stats from last season that we improved on, and what the expectations for this year is going to be. So let's start with the quarterback, Dak Prescott. What can we say about him? Hall of Famer, one of the best in the league, overall talented quarterback, just overall player, just overall a great person. So my expectations for Dak is, number 1, I want him to take control of the offense. Okay? You see Aaron Rodgers, you see Tom Brady. Heck, you see Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl take control of the offense, calling his own plays. When you see 8 in the box, but they call a passing play. What are you going to do? Call audible, run the ball. That's how you take control of the offense. Call your own plays. It might translate to a championship, but yet you have this thing called offensive coordinator, head coach, GM. Yes, I said it. Offensive coordinator, head coach, GM. We can't have all those 3 dictating our offense. I know the offensive coordinator is supposed to call the plays, but when you see the defense line up a certain way, audible that. Change it up. Dak should, at $30 million a year, quarterback should have the authority to change the play at the line of scrimmage. If Dak gets that full authority in 2022, who knows where we will be? Who knows? Okay? So I want control from my quarterback. My quarterback can produce numbers. 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, like 104 passing rating. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Give him more control of the offense. Please help us. Please. I'm tired of this. Okay, we gotta focus on other people. The blame on the coach or the offensive coordinator or Dak. Dak gets much of the blame more than the offensive coordinator and the head coach combined. It's because y'all not giving him control of the offense. Let him control the offense. Let him call the plays. Let him control the line of scrimmage. He's been in this game for a long time. You didn't pay him that much money to say, you know what, we're going to call a passing play when we have 8 in the box. The defense has 8 in the box. You're not going to do that. Give him more control of the offense. That's number 1. Number 2, game situations. Less than 2 minutes on the clock, whether it's second quarter, the end of the second quarter or the end of the game. I want my quarterback to move the ball down the field efficiently. That means the receivers have to get open. Receivers like CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. Let me throw a rookie in there, Jalen Tolbert. Now, I'm not high on him. He came from the Sun Belt. Do I expect him to produce right away? No. But he will line up in the slot, and he can give you something. Maybe he can give you like 4 or 5 yards a play. But that's in the slot. I'm talking about deep. Get CeeDee Lamb. Get Michael Gallup to go deep. If Michael Gallup's healthy, make him go deep for a deep pass. That's the thing. Control the clock. Under 2 minutes left in the half or in the game. Put us in position to get points before the half ends. We don't want to fall short. I don't care if it's like 50 seconds on the clock, you're at the 20-yard line, you can still get the ball down the field. Was under 50 seconds left. You can do that from the 20-yard line. Heck, you can do that for the 15-yard line. Only difference is it's 5 yards back. You can do that. But these guys just, today's football, okay, let's just run the ball. Let's just run the ball and go into halftime. Unless you're up by 10 points, then you can do that. But when my quarterback is down, when my team is down 14 or over, I will still like to move the ball towards the half so that we can build momentum. We can build momentum and we can make adjustments at the half. And that way, after halftime, we can come out with a brand new attitude. That's what I want my team to do, my quarterback to do. Under 2 minutes, be that leader. Get the ball down the field. Okay? Use the timeouts wisely. Honestly, Dak should know at the end of the game, in the game situations, to use the timeout wisely. Number three, I will say coaching. Give him the full keys. Let him drive this offense. Don't put it in Mike McCarthy's hands. Don't put it in Kellen Moore's hands. Don't put it in Jerry's hands. Jerry is the GM of the team. This is why that we're always going to fail, because of guys like him staying. You got to be kidding me! How many years he takes control of this team? I don't see any other teams get a GM or owner talking. The only way they talk is if they're going to sell the team, or they hire a new coach, or they're addressing a player issue. Those are the only three things that do. Jerry does all that plus more. I don't want my GM a part of the offense or the defense, for that matter. He's supposed to be part of the day-by-day operations, from getting people in the stadium to selling the team. Even though I don't want the team to be sold. I want us to stay here. Now, Kellen Moore, okay? Dak is your quarterback. Give him the full playbook. Like, look at the guy in Tampa Bay. Look at the guy in Green Bay. Heck, you can look at Buffalo. Why do you think Buffalo's winning? Because he has full control of the offense. And Josh Allen is under 30 years old. And I didn't even put him in my top 10. He has control of the offense. The man has came close to getting to a Super Bowl. Last season, actually. Heck, AFC Championship game. He came close to that. But yet, he has control of the offense. He's a young guy. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, all those guys have control of the offense. The only thing now the offense corner has to do is make adjustments on this play. Okay, let's say Tom Brady threw an interception. Okay, what happened here, Tom? oh yeah, this receiver was running a crossing pattern, but yet I threw it over here to the sideline. That's the communication between the offensive coordinator and a quarterback. Dak, on the other hand, you got too many voices in there on offense. It's too much. I want to hear one voice. That's Dak's voice. Number 3, Mike McCartney. You know, when they hired him back in 2020, I think it was 2020, I believe, I wasn't a fan of the hire. I thought, okay, maybe there's other coaches out there. The guy sat out 1 year. He comes back, and the rest is history. The only reason why he's hired because they saw a Super Bowl ring at Jerry's house. That's the reason why. And the reason he's taking the majority of the blame right now is because of his decision making, his analytics. Like, take the risk. Just take it. It won't cost. I mean, if it costs us a game, it costs a game. But at least you took the risk. You're not my first choice. My first choice was Marvin Lewis because he got fired in Cincinnati, like maybe a month prior to the season ending, and he interviewed for the Cowboys job. He was 1 of 2, Mike McCartney and Marvin Lewis. Jerry could have gone outside of the organization and got a college coach, maybe a Lincoln Riley, maybe a Dabo Swinney. Any of those coaches could have been ready for the NFL. Any of them. What about offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy in Kansas City? He's been ready since day one. I mean, he's won a championship. Pat Mahomes is his offensive coordinator. And the reason, there's numerous reasons why he cannot get a job in the NFL. There's numerous reasons why. But do I think he could have brought him in at least for an interview? Absolutely. Maybe give him the job. Maybe Dak will have full control of the offense with Eric Bieniemy as the head coach. Now, granted, Sean Payton. Now, I've been hearing Sean Payton news and all that stuff, and I'm not going to talk about Sean Payton. I'm not, because he's not my first choice. If Mike McCartney if they were to get rid of him, he's not my first choice, and I will not agree with that. Let him stay retired. There's a reason why he resigned from the Saints. Stay retired. Okay? Now, I want to bring up some numbers. I want to talk about running back situation, number 2. Number 2 is our running back situation. Number 2, we have the best backs in the league, Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. 2 of those guys. One guy makes over $18 million a year. Another guy is ready for a contract. That's Tony Pollard. My expectation for both Zeke Elliott is to get that burst back from your rookie season. Zeke, you haven't seen it. If you were hurt last year, which you were, you would not admit that because of the competitive person you are, then I don't expect you to mention it. I expect you to fight it off and get those yards. Fight for extra yards. Get that 100 yards. The ball is in your hands. Zeke Elliott, get us those yards. You're great in the receiving game. I expect you to be great in the running game. Now, Tony Pollard. Man, that offensive line actually is pretty good when he's in the game. He can give you that 8 or 9 plus more yards. And this is why do I expect him to start? Absolutely. I wouldn't mind it, but I would like to see more carries for Tony Pollard this upcoming season. He's up for a contract. I'll be damned to get rid of him. I don't want to get rid of guys like that. The guys like that are special to our team, man. We can get somewhere with guys like that can give us an extra burst. Despite a depleted offensive line, You know, we were depleted last year. COVID, suspensions, inconsistency, all that. Who wasn't? But when Tony Pollard came in the game, it was an extra burst. It was a light at the end of the tunnel. We need that. But coaches are like, no, we got to put Jerry. No, Jerry said, no, we got to put Zeke Elliott. I pay him $18 million a year. Tony Pollard is up for a contract. We got to keep him on the sidelines. And I hate to see him in another uniform because I think they'll utilize him more than the Cowboys have. I mean, my expectation for both of them, I want Zeke to get back to the original Zeke. I want Tony Pollard to give me that extra burst when he comes to the game, despite our offensive line issues. I mean, like I said, we got the best running backs in the league. Number 3, before I talk about this Dak overrated stuff and my opinion on it, I want to get to the wide receivers. I want to get to CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, the rookie Jalen Turbot, and the tight end Dalton Schultz. Okay, CeeDee Lamb, a deep threat. He's up for a contract too. So I believe he's going to produce numbers. I believe he's going to be that elite receiver in this National Football League. I do see that as CeeDee Lamb. He's going to take his game to the next level. He's going to take his name up a notch to earn every penny he deserves. Number 2, Michael Gallup. If Michael Gallup can stay healthy, I mean, the man tore his ACL towards the end of the season. It's horrible to see, but at the same time, you know, it's going to take him a while to get adjusted to. I don't expect him, you know, training camp is about maybe 3 weeks away. I don't expect him to get the gist of it right away. You know, I expect Michael Gallup to work his way back to the Michael Gallup we have seen before his rookie season till now. I want to see the Michael Gallup, that deep threat Michael Gallup. Jalen Turbot, like I said before, I don't expect much from him because he's a rookie and he came from the Sun Belt. The Sun Belt played off. In the NFL, they play on. They're stride for stride. The Sun Belt, their D-backs are playing off the line. So Jalen Turbot had an easy 4 to 5 yard plus more game in the Sun Belt. But I don't expect him to come in. I don't expect him to be rookie of the year. I expect them to be a part of this offense. An easy target for Dak to be available. Number 4, Dalton Schultz. Pay the man. Dalton Schultz is a quicker version of Jason Witten. Dalton Schultz can give you 4 to 5 plus more yards. Deep threat is not open. He's right there in the middle to get you those 5, 6 extra yards a game. You just got to pay the man. The man's an elite tight end. I compare him to Jason Witten because he's that good. He's that better than, honestly, Jason Witten. And I mean that. Dalton Schultz is better than Jason Witten. You can agree or disagree on that, but you know, I see a quicker version. So I expect Dalton Schultz to come through this season, which he will. CeeDee Lamb, I think he'll have the biggest season ever. Michael Gallup, I think he'll have the biggest season ever. Health-wise, let him come back together. I think by the end of training camp, he'll be Michael Gallup. CeeDee Lamb's doubled on the other side of the field. Michael Gallup's open. Okay, so I have a few opinions about Dak. Now, I was watching First Take the other day. No Stephen A. No Molly. But they brought in a couple of people that I'm not fans of. So they said that Dak is overrated. I wanted to give you my opinion on that. Let's roll the clip.
everything you said, Courtney, about the Eagles is spot on. I'm going to challenge Mad Dog because I think he kind of buried the lead there. You think that Dak Prescott is overrated? In what world, sir?
Absolutely. Booger, come
How
on.
so?
Well, he's not top 10 quarterback in the NFL. No way. If you look at the...
That's not what you said. No. You didn't say whether he was top 10.
Well,
you said he's overrated. Those were your words. Explain to me how he's overrated.
Well, first off, has he ever won a road playoff game in his career? Did he play well against San Francisco? Played poorly. I mean, he didn't play well against the Rams in the NFC second-round game a couple years ago. I just don't. I'm not a big believer. Listen, he's good. He's decent. But if you look at the quarterbacks in the NFL that can win a Super Bowl, I don't know if Prescott can do that. And I guess that, and I think because he's a Dallas quarterback. Go ahead.
Let's not confuse accomplishments from a team standpoint with deciding whether or not the individual player is overrated. I remember last year in Tampa, first game of the season, Dak Prescott, Tom Brady on the same field. Who was the best player on the field? It was Dak Prescott. He was the best player on the field that night. Okay, so that showed me that Dak Prescott belongs in the upper echelon of quarterbacks in the National Football League. Now, sometimes when we get injured, we play a little bit differently or things don't affect us, but you cannot tell me that you didn't watch that game opening night. I think 36 million people watched that game, and you couldn't tell me Dak Prescott didn't belong in the upper echelon of quarterbacks. So when you say that this man is overrated, I think you might want to set back just a little bit, young man.
Well, hold on now, Booger. He was outplayed by Garoppolo. Garoppolo's not an upper echelon quarterback. He did not play well against San Francisco at all. Plus, he screwed up the clock at the end. He didn't realize with the scramble. He didn't know the rule with the whole thing with the judge. Well, he didn't know the rule. He's quarterback. Got to know the rule.
Yeah, I mean,
got to know the rule.
My lasting memory of Dak Prescott, Booger, from last season is that run that he made, the ill-advised play with 14 seconds left, and then forgetting to hand the ball to the referee in order to reset it, and then the clock runs out. If you're thinking about everything he's going to be doing this offseason to try to improve, you don't think that's going to be seared into his brain? I mean,
you heard there, Dak is overrated? How? Just because you lose a playoff game and you're going to blame him for that game? Okay, I'm sorry. We had 14 penalties for 89 yards that game. 14 for 89 that game, and you say Dak is overrated. How? One playoff game, and you're saying he's overrated? I mean, do you say that for Tom Brady? When Tom Brady loses a playoff game, do you say he's overrated? I have not heard one commentator said, okay, Tom Brady, you lost to the Rams last year, you're overrated. Aaron Rodgers, you lost to the San Francisco 49ers last year, even though Jimmy Garoppolo played bad that game either, too. But we're not talking about Aaron Rodgers being overrated. But Dak is overrated because he lost that playoff game, because he didn't know what the clock was. That to me doesn't qualify as being overrated. The definition of overrated is you have so much expectations on your plate, we expect you to come through. Dak by no means is overrated. He's 53-32 as a starter in the NFL. Can you tell me a quarterback in years past has won more than 40, has won more than 50 games as a fourth round quarterback? Like how is he? Of course, you know, he has not won the playoffs, but he's nowhere near being overrated. Like, overrated expectations got to be there. Like, I remember 2016 when Dak came out of the draft. Did we expect him to win 50 games in the NFL? Did we expect him to get to the Super Bowl right away? Did we expect him to be an elite top 10 quarterback? Was those expectations back then in 2016? I didn't see them. I just saw a quarterback get drafted, and I hope that he'll lead us. I hope he'll lead us. I didn't have any expectations for him. I just thought, okay, well, we got a quarterback. Maybe he'll get us over the hump. But I never called Dak overrated. Dak is the best quarterback in the NFL. He's in my top 10. Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert of the Chargers. I keep calling them San Diego, but they're Los Angeles Chargers. Number 5, Russell Wilson. Number 6, Dak Prescott. Yes, he's number 6. All those quarterbacks are better, a little bit better than Dak. I could have rearranged Justin Herbert to number 6, Dak to number 4, but Dak is in my top 10. He's going to stay in my top 10 no matter what happens. Number 7, Lamar Jackson. Number 8, Joe Burrow. Number 9, Jalen Hurts. Number 10, Kyler Murray. Okay, so I did put Jalen Hurts in there because I thought, okay, this could be a big year for him. But when you have Dak Prescott in the NFC East, it's not going to be a big year for you. Dak Prescott controls the NFC East. And they have the right to call him overrated? No. Explain to me overrated. You can't blame him for that one game. That's one game. Blame on the coaching. Blame 14 penalties for 89 yards. That's what you call disciplined. 14 for 89 yards on penalties. That's Mike McCartney. That's coaching. That's not the players. That's not Dak Prescott. That's coaching. I don't blame him for that last play. I thought he was going to make the first down. Like, that official had to sprint from where I don't know where he was on the field, but I thought he'll be close by to spot the ball. I thought Dak would know he's close, but he didn't. But that's not his fault. I'm not blaming him for that game. I'm blaming coaching, period. 14 penalties for 89 yards is unacceptable, guys. We can't have that. Come on, man. Dak is not overrated. You got to give me, you got to explain to me more why he's overrated. Don't blame him for a playoff game 2 years ago. That's 2 years ago. Okay? You can't, he's not. I mean, do you call Tom, like I said, do you call Tom Brady overrated? Overrated, I mean, expectation is built. We have so many expectations for you. Expectations is built on your willingness to win, to willingness to be there for the team. Dak has been there for the team. Dak has led this team to victories. He's led them in position to win. I thought in that playoff game, I thought Jimmy wasn't better. Jimmy made the throws that he's supposed to make. But I thought both quarterbacks played decent that game. I'm not gonna say who was better than who, only because the 49ers won. The 49ers came in with a plan, and they stuck to it. Jimmy wasn't better than Dak. I just think they were even. But, you know, people want to blame Dak. And those fans out there, man. And like I said, I talked about, you know, the quarterback, okay? The fans out there and Dallas, half will agree he's overrated, half will not. You know, I saw one fan on TV was holding up wearing a number 8 Tom Aikman jersey. Okay, that's in the 90s. Okay, that you can't blame Dak for not taking you to the Super Bowl right then and there. It's going to take years. If Jerry stepped off, then maybe we'll get there. Maybe. But until then, it's going to be the same tune every single year. Like, of course, number 8 got us to the postseason. He got us to the Super Bowl championship. Number 8 is over. He's in broadcasting now. Dak is here to stay. He's our quarterback. I would not trade him for anybody else in this football league because there's no one better than Dak out there. No one. And I mean that. But, you know, if those fans want to go out there and say, hey, you know, number 8's my quarterback and all that stuff, then let them go out there, or Dak is overrated. Then let them go out there and say, you know, Dak is, you know, and do their thing. But he's not overrated to me. He's the best quarterback out there that we have. Now, we're going to take a break. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the Spurs and how I'm so frustrated with them right now. I've been frustrated since last week. Like, you trade the Dejounte. I'm going to give you my thoughts about that. Coming up next is Fishbowl Network. before the break, I was going to talk about the Spurs. I am going to talk about the Spurs. And last week, a disappointment in my team. Okay? So we just traded Dejounte to Atlanta for Danilo and 3 draft picks in the next 4-5 years. Talk about tanking, man. And we're in the early stages of the off season. Now, man, I can't believe it. I haven't been the same since last week when that trade came down. I thought it wasn't true. I saw the rumors of Dejounte going to Atlanta for John Collins and a bunch of other things. I saw this, and I was like, wow, they're really going to make this trade for Murray. They're really going to trade Danilo to us, which, by the way, we waived him, and now he's in Boston. And now all we have is their picks for the next 4 or 5 years. You talk about tanking at his best. And I don't like rebuilding. I hate it. I told y'all last week I don't like rebuilding. You know why? Because if you rebuild, your team may never be the same ever again. Ask Jacksonville. Has Jacksonville made a Super Bowl? No. The closest they got to was the AFC Championship game in 2017. That's the closest. Detroit, have they gone anywhere? They've been rebuilding for years. Since Barry left, since Calvin left, since Matt Stafford left. Have they gone anywhere? No, I don't like it. Because it sets your team back numerous years. We made the play-in tournament when experts gave us nothing. They were talking about the Lakers all season long. Like, the Lakers have the worst record in the league. One of the worst records in the league. And you talk more about them than the champs itself. Or better yet, the teams that have better records than them. You talk about the Lakers more than the teams that have the best record in the league. Come on, man. The Spurs, I saw before this upcoming season, before this past season, the Spurs were not going to make it. This team made the play-in tournament without a superstar. Dejounte is a superstar in the making. I don't see anybody else that's come close to that right now. I see Keldon Johnson, maybe. That's it. I don't see anybody else. I see a bunch of guys that are gonna play basketball. That's it. I don't see. You got to have at least a star on your team. Bad teams have it. Sacramento has it. Indiana has it. Detroit has it. And New York has it. And I'm talking about the Knicks. They have it. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing? This is early stages in the offseason. The Spurs, like, at least get a star back. At least get John Collins back. At least get Kevin Huerter back, who, by the way, went to Sacramento. At least get those 2 players back so that we can have at least some star potential, not a bunch of role players or a bunch of players that are going to lose forever. I can't do that, man. I'm not the type of person that wants to change teams, and I'm not going to change teams at this stage. I'm still going to continue to be a Spurs fan, but they got to show me something. I mean, Pop is on his early leg, he's on his way out, and I feel like he has about a year or 2 left in the NBA to coach this team. I want him to go out a winner. I want him to be satisfied for the future. Put future coaches for success. Now, I don't know who the next coach could be. Becky Hammond's in Las Vegas. Quinn Snyder he resigned from Utah. I'm pretty sure he needs more time to digest, get some rest in. I'm pretty sure you're going to see him on ESPN, one of those shows and all that stuff. I mean, that's what resign, fire coaches do. They go on ESPN and give their expert opinions and all that stuff. That's what they do, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. But okay, you have to be consistent. I don't like rebuilding. I hate it. Come on, man. Give me something, or give us something to build on. Let's get a star in. Let's get a number one. Let's get a rookie who is a franchise changer. Now, we didn't even address that in the draft. I saw a bunch of role players that can help us, but I didn't see that franchise changer that says, I'm going to get the ball in the fourth quarter. I'm going to give you a basket type of player. I don't see that for the Spurs team. Now, when I watch the Summer League, maybe I'll see it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to see it this upcoming season. And we're here July the 5th, and we're talking about, the Spurs tanking. Like, do I think they're going to tank? No. I think they're going to win some games, and we'll go from there. I haven't seen the schedule yet. The schedule has not came out yet, but I'm always going to take it a step at a time. So right now, we focus on the off-season. Then the Summer League. The Summer League is coming up in the next couple of days. And then, after the Summer League, we'll go from there. Maybe the schedule will come out and see where we're going to be at. Maybe predictions will come out. Then we'll see where we go from there. But that's in October, though. In October, we'll talk about predictions or the NBA and all that stuff, But I don't like where we're at right now. I don't like it. Like we signed one free agent this morning. It's not a big time free agent. He's not big time. He's just a role player. I need big time free agents come to a smaller market. I know we're a smaller market. We're not going to win. It's fine, but at the same time, let us be consistent. We made the play-in last year. Without a superstar. Dejounte was a star. A star, not a superstar, a star. Now, Dejounte, I love the man. I mean, I thought he was just going to be a regular person, but I didn't know he was going to be averaging 21 points a game. Like, Atlanta gave themselves. Atlanta was serious. They said, you know what, we need some help for Trey. We need some help for Trey. Trey cannot continue to carry us. We're talking about we made the Eastern Conference Finals last year with Trey on his back. Trey putting us on his back. Last year, this past year, we didn't get out of the first round because we didn't provide enough for Trey. That's what Atlanta was saying. Now they have somebody that can give you points, someone can give you a little defense. Yeah, literally defense. He plays both ends of the court. He can give you defense. Dejounte can provide that. So I don't know where this team's going to be in the Eastern Conference. I do expect them to be in the top 8 now. Well, even the top 6 because, you got that play-in stuff and all that stuff, playing to get the last 2 seeds. So I do expect them to be in the top 6 now since they addressed that. The man was special, man. Like, what can you say? Every time he did a lot for us, and I will never forget that. Dejounte did a lot. But yet it's like we're going to trade him for a guy who didn't want to play in here. We're going to trade for a guy for draft picks. 3 of them. I can't do it, man. I can't trade for draft. I got to get stars back. I got to get something back. Just like KD, the Brooklyn, they're reluctant to trade him because we got to get something back. That means they're still serious about making the playoffs again next season. Who knows? Maybe the finals. Maybe the Eastern Conference finals. We don't know. But Spurs fans, we have taken a step back. And I don't want to ever see Tim Duncan, Mon Ginobili, and Tony Parker. Those guys are long gone. They are retired. They're in the Hall of Fame. At least, Mono's going to be in the Hall of Fame this year. Tony Parker, maybe in the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years, maybe. But I don't want to see pictures of that. It's over. The dynasty's over. Like, literally, we're starting from scratch with a bunch of new players and past players. I don't know what the team's going to be like. We got to wait till October to see how the team's going to function. And we'll go from there. But I can't rebuild, man. I can't. No, I disagree with that. No. I will fight you if you say we got to rebuild for the future. No. For what? Like, what if we don't produce in the future? What if it doesn't work out? What do you do then? I feel like Pop is going to retire at some point. At some point, he's going to say, you know what, guys? I have 5 championships. I have over 1,300 wins. I'm the all-time coach in the NBA. I have a great resume. I'm going to retire. I wouldn't blame him for that. He's the best to do it. I want him to go out and win her. I want him to be consistent. I want the Spurs to be consistent. Give me something back. Go out there and sign a star. Go out there and be active. Don't be like the Cowboys and be passive and say, you know what? We're going to let these guys go. We let good players go. Do you realize that? We let good players go. Good players that helped the Cowboys last season go. I mean, salary cap, of course, but you can work that out. You can. If you have to go over, then do it. I have no shame in that. But, this is where we're going to be, Spurs fans. This is going to be where we're going to be for a while. Now, before I go, and before I give you a little teaser for next week, I do want to talk about KD and where he's going to go. There's a lot of teams out there. There's a lot of teams that he could go to that I've been seeing. He can go back to Brooklyn. He can go to the Warriors. He can go to the Miami. He can go to Phoenix. Better yet, he can go to any other team that I did not listed. So my prediction, that has the pieces. I did say Phoenix coming in here. Talked to a couple of guys. I did say Phoenix. I wouldn't blame that because you're playing with Devin Booker. Devin Booker signed his max. You're playing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul has not won a championship. Who knows? He might get his. Added Kevin Durant. Might happen. But do I see him in Phoenix? I wouldn't be mad at that. I kind of do see him in Phoenix. Maybe Miami. Miami's the best bet because Miami's right there. They have the defense. They can offer a lot more players. Maybe you offer Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson. Tyler Hero will be your number one because Tyler Hero has that game. Tyler Hero said he wants to start in the NBA. Yeah, he said that after after Boston beat Miami in Game 7. I want to start. He won the 6th Man of the Year. I want to start. Brooklyn. He can average 20 points a game easily in Brooklyn, just being the number one guy. But you got to make that happen. Brooklyn and Miami, you got to make that happen. But that's my rant of the day, guys. We're about to wrap up, but I do want to give you a little teaser for next week. So next week, we are going to talk about the Cowboys defense. We talked about the offense. We're going to talk about the defense a little bit and how I think I think this defense will win the division for us. And then I want to talk about the WNBA and how many people should tune in. Did you know that the WNBA is playing right now? I bet 85% of people don't know the WNBA is playing right now. We have a team in Dallas. Heck, in Arlington. They play at the College Park Center. That's where UTA is. So I will talk about that next week, how you should and this defense win the NFC East, and how you should watch the WNBA, why you should watch it. Okay, but hope everybody has a great day. Like, comment, subscribe on my YouTube page. You guys have anything, questions at all, you can reach out to me. But till next week, see y'all later.